Hey Lab Rat Powerlifting, so it's just me today and I'm going to be doing a review over two really good squat shoes, the Nike Romaleos 2 and the inov8 fastlifts 315, as you can see. So I've worn both of these shoes to train in, and I've also gone to competitions with both of these shoes. The inov8 was actually the first squat shoe I got, and I started off with these. To be honest, the backstory about this is I never actually wanted squat shoes because it's a really expensive investment, especially for students. So when I first started powerlifting, I didn't really want to buy such an expensive shoe. It's about $160, $175, I believe. This was actually what Alfred bought me, so I'm quite lucky. So I trained with these for about 7, 8 months, and I went to competition with these on. And then about 5 months ago, I switched over to the Nike Romaleos 2. These ones are a little bit more pricier. I think they run in the mid 200s, and this runs about 150, 160, as I said. So mid 200s, so it's a lot more expensive, and I actually bought these myself. So just, I guess, I'm going to be explaining my experience with the shoe. I'm not going to go too much into the specs, like the heel height and whatever, because you can search that up yourself, and I won't waste your time in the video doing that. But since these are expensive investments, I thought why not try and explain and try to give as much detail and personal experience with these. So I'll start with the first shoe I've had, so the inov8 fastlifts. So these ones, well, first of all, if you're looking price-wise, it's a decent price for squat shoes. I think it runs a little bit cheaper than the Addy Power. So sizing, I'm about a size 7 or a size 36. If you convert it, it says I'm a UK 4 here, so these ones run pretty true to the sizing. My foot feels pretty snug in there. So a little bit about the shoe. Well, first of all, it's super light. Really, really light. Like compared to the Nike Romaleos, which like drop. inov8's like, I don't know, they just make a light sound. So inov8's, they're light first of all. And they have this like meshy material. So it's really, really flexible at the heel. So if you like that, you might want to go for that. I have a super wide foot, like extremely wide, as in when I buy like heels or whatever, I need to buy like the wide foot sizing shoe. So that's, these ones actually fit pretty comfortably, and I'm not sure if it's because of this like stretchy mesh material that it feels pretty snug, but it doesn't like hurt my wide foot. So that's something you should consider. So there's this strappy Velcro thing. There's only one here on the inov8s and 2 on the Nikes. But this one strappy thing, I guess it kind of makes it more tight around the width. My foot's already wide enough, so I never ever play with it. Quality-wise, it's kind of flimsy, like this little Velcro thing. I don't know, I feel like if I peel this enough, it'll start kind of coming off. It's definitely not as heavy duty as these Nike Romaleos. The lace-wise, also super thin and super light. So it also just kind of goes with the shoe, which is super light. These are super, super thin laces. I have nothing against them. I know some people are really picky, but they work for me. They're not too long. Like I tie them once and they fit nicely and they don't drag on the floor, because I think that's one of the last things you want, to have your lace dragging while you're squatting. Feel-wise, I would say they feel super comfortable. Heels, it feels really plasticky. You're definitely planted on the ground when you do squats. Like compared to the Nikes, you're not as planted. This one gives a little bit more wiggle room. As in just colors and looks, I think there's about 3 different colors you can get for these. And I think that's one of the things that drew me to these shoes to begin with, because it looked girly. When I first saw Nike Romaleos, I only knew the bright yellow ones that Alfred has. Like, they look like space shoes to me. The Nike Romaleos that are like bright neon yellow. I don't know, I never really liked the bright bold colors like Alfred. Although this is quite bright, but this, I don't know, it just has like the purple, the turquoise, and the little bit of greenish. It just looked girly and it felt comfortable. So that's why I started off with this shoe. There's nothing really that I would say is negative about this shoe. Like, I think it's a plus that it's so light because you can throw it into your gym bag. I wish the heel was a little bit more sturdier like the Nikes here, but that's what you get for having a light shoe. So we'll move on to the Nike Romaleos. So Nike Romaleos. So this might be a little bit biased, but yes, these are the shoes that I love right now. So they are heavy. Like, if you drop them, they make like a thud noise. So as you can see, it's like a leather material. Yeah, I know I'm messy. I got a little bit scruffy. But for the Nike Romaleos, it's a leather. So it definitely feels pretty comfortable. Again, I have that really wide foot. So for me, I don't know why, but the inov8s actually felt a little bit more comfortable width-wise. Maybe because of the meshy material. The leather's a little bit more thicker onto your foot. There's two little strappies on the Nike Romaleos. To be honest, I actually use these strappies a little bit more than I did with the inov8s, maybe just because I'm doing more heavier lifts and I want my foot more secure. Oh, the only issue with this shoe is this one top strappy. I'm not sure if it's like my foot or whatever, but yeah, like it's just a little bit long. So if you put it down like this, you can see it kind of touches the bottom. So what I do is I kind of put on an angle so it's a little bit out there because you don't want to be stepping on it when you're doing squats. I always call the Nike Romaleos like the heavy duty version of my inov8s. Even the laces are thicker and they're more durable. Again, laces are actually, they're a little bit longer than the inov8s I find when I tie them up, but what I do is I just make really big bunny ear loops, so it works out fine. Comfort-wise, the Nike Romaleos have a lot of support around the ankle, and I feel it is really comfortable. Like, if you can, I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's just a lot more cushioning here compared to the inov8s. As you can tell, like, this is a sturdy shoe. Heel-wise, it's super sturdy, and when you squat, you feel planted to the ground. So once I put my foot down, I'm pretty much stuck there. So sizing with these Nikes, I bought a size 5. So it is a little bit weird. I guess they run smaller. Yeah, they run smaller than your actual foot size. But as you can see, my inov8s and my Nikes are pretty much the same. So color-wise, if you know that matters to you, I think there's a golden black one, a black, just like a pitch black one, those bright neon space shoes, and these white ones. I think there's 4, if I'm correct. But yeah, so you do have variety in picking the shoes as well. So for squatting, which one would I use? I would definitely pick the Nike Romaleos just for how sturdy they are. Although they are a little bit more pricier, I kind of feel like you're paying for it, for the material and the quality. It's not that these inov8s aren't good shoes. Like, I think these are more suited for CrossFit just because of that bendable heel. I personally don't want that much flex room when I'm squatting, and especially sometimes I find myself leaning forward, so I would rather feel more comfortable wearing the Nikes. I wear these shoes about 4 times a week to squat, and they've, other than, you know, my scruffy marks, they're good shoes and they're very durable, and actually both of these are super durable. So it's just really based on you. That's my opinion. If you were to ask me, should you get shoes, I would say yes. I found when I wear my squat shoes, it's totally different. I had to kind of relearn how to squat wearing squat shoes. I actually started off with Converse, and they're just flat shoes, and then I moved up to these heeled shoes. I don't think they add pounds to your lift, but I find they put you in this more ideal position for myself. So that's just what I feel. I'm not sure about everybody. And so yeah, so these are my reviews over the shoes, and I hope it was somewhat informative if you're, you know, in the middle of that little bit of debate trying to figure out what shoe you want. If I stuck with the inov8s, I think I would have been fine. I think it's just more of a confidence and personal issue that I got a little bit scared at seeing how flimsy these feel, and I just like the heavy feel of these Nikes and the solid feeling of them. But that's pretty much it. They're both super good shoes, and yeah, like I would recommend both.